an opportunity maybe to get around the backside of this play, but this is a post plant that's going to be faceted in two different directions. Hayes will find the first blood, though, plus some extra damage, so you're going to have to look at Screwface. The frag is unbelievably well placed. Gravity well in for Bang, but by himself really can't do too much. Screwface wants to still challenge forward. Leviathan there for the trade, and it will be down to what these players at the deep side of C-Long can actually do here to try to hold off this plant.
Yeah, obviously a snake bite already being thrown up there, lined up. And it will fall over towards the spike. Slowing down TSM's chances on the defuse. Now they will do it, but now Ainge has the grab well to further disrupt this defusal process. They didn't even get it halfway before that thing popped in Ainge. Players, he's definitely still under a lot of danger right now. If they swing him correctly, he could go down. In the meantime, Subrosa gets a couple of kills elsewhere on the map with the Sheriff, and now this is a lot of trouble for DarkZero.
They don't expect the second. Nobody saw Bang from behind. Bang's gonna walk up behind this play. He finds one, but not the second. Harmon keeps the play alive. One shock dart left, 1v2. Over the top goes the shock dart. Does not fully convert, and Subrosa takes away the angle. De-channeled the regrowth. Bang up top. Not gonna get rid of the platform. Does throw out the frag to try to slow things down, but that's not really make too much of a difference, as there's going to be enough time for the plant, no problem. Kohler in the backside of the site, going to hold on. Wardell, first one forward. Good information to read on one player deeping out towards C-Long. Shark Dart doesn't quite hit where I believe Leviathan wanted to put it. Wardell sees a shoulder, not going to convert. Kohler coming out, help from the flash, able to find one. Leviathan responds in kind. 1v3 situation now, but the knife comes out, the flash comes out. Shock darts come out. Leviathan has to give up the angle, and I don't know how you repossess this. You have to win an incredible fight, and well, wait a second. He absolutely does. Almost a chance onto another. Tries to sneak away with the operator, but Harmon punishes. The knife also concluded very quickly on, but still, Screwface opening pick with the operator. Bold to say the least, finds the kill. Subrosa trapped up in nano swarms, but still fights his way through a couple. How about a third and a fourth in the round? Subrosa unstoppable.
What did this man have for lunch today?
I don't know, but I want to order it.
Yeah, me too. I'm kind of hungry, and he's also playing really well. So it's kind of
TSM in a little bit of a difficult position. The Seekers come out. The Hunter's Fury is also being spent. Early point of contact. DarkZero able to find one, but is it going to be enough? The Nullify also came through, but Screwface is down. Hayes trying to control this space. Wants a shoulder peek, and why not? Finds one. Kohler in return. And it all boils down to what's going to be a 1v4 as Screwface returns to battle. Especially difficult. Let's follow the owl drone, so maybe an opportunity. Does see that there are two players towards his right. Gonna bounce pass over this recon bolt, but just as he does, it's Harmon who was never a part of the equation. At least forward recon bolt frees him up. Help is here. Oh, but the first blades do miss. Now it turns on to Subrosa. Okay, well, I mean, you pick your poison here. Do you want Wardell's blades or you just want Subrosa, period? He finds the double. And Hayes has actually seen information on Kohler. Point of contact comes through, no problem. Wardell, by more traditional means, finds one, but Harmon able to start making this a bit more punishing. It would be a 1v5 if he were to do it, and he's still got a lot of time to play with, to be fair.
Doesn't have Spike, though. I don't think the defense has eyes on it yet, though, either. But at least they've been able to gather up together here. They haven't committed any more numbers to swinging on him, and so they can now play off one another, and they should be able to trade their way into victory from this point forward. Harmon has been spotted. Crossing the window room.
Back over. Hayes waiting. Finds the first. Wait a second. 33 HP. Leviathan and Bang stacked together. And they've lost track of him. And oh my goodness, Harmon nearly gets a look at Leviathan. So now an opportunity to watch players come right back in. And Hayes, how sneaky is this? Finds himself a little piece of paradise, but actually doesn't fully see Screwface, who gets caught trying to jump. And that very well may be enough for TSM to get this full retake into play. Wardell going to scout out more through sewers. But Anderson and Kohler still able to find a couple eliminations. And another for deep. It's not going to come through. The Thrifty's going to be confirmed. TSM has to give this up. Harmon now going into the Hunter's Fury zone. Tags up ones. Not going to find too much. Anderson watching the flank, able to catch out Wardell. Bomb going to be planted very quickly by Ant. Still have a lot of utility from Kohler to use, including the Trailblazer, which will make sure that the garage stays safe.
Yeah, tough retake now for TSM being a player behind. Subrosa, though, getting one. Bang popping off as well. And, man, the response from Subrosa and company has been swift. It's left Anderson and Harmon alone in 2-on-2. Big kill from Anderson there, though. We still have snake bites available, I think, or at least one left.
Oh, my goodness, the predictive shots from Hayes. No more darts needed, though, for Harmon. On a spam through the Nebula, not going to find too much. Tagged up, Bang. able to find one. It actually does down Screwface, but I don't know if Sabrosa is in a position to deny the regeneration. No, he's not. So now the Viper's pit. Sabrosa still trying to hold on closely. Comes around the backside of the Viper's pit, but not going to find anything as DarkZero tally not just him, but also find Hayes. A quick plant coming through. Wardell figured out on the flank, and he's going to have to do something immaculate as Screwface is ready for him, and uh-oh. Wardell's already found one. Does get flashed, has the tailwind away. Leviathan from the other side looking for clearance, but Anderson takes him completely unawares. And Wardell trusted with the pistol while he actually gets silenced for a moment here. Going to be able to recover the knives. And with that, also an AR, but this would be a miraculous 1v3 with not a lot of time to make it happen.
Yeah, I'm not fancying his chances here. This retake is just so disjointed from TSM as they were spread out, trying to attack from multiple fronts and just didn't do it really together. And still, they're in the mix right now. They had a pretty decent defensive side, and they still have a shot at this, no question about it.
Finding hypercolors, everything. All the flash is brilliant, but actually doesn't get an angle to convert. Anderson was trying to peek this with them. Kohler does salvage one, and on the way forward, though, the delayed peek from And finds two. And just when you thought if you were TSM, you survived through the opening peek, and says, well, hold on to this. But again, that's going to be what they use for first peek. There it is. Actually, a little bit of chip damage. This is decent damage, all things said. First blood, good for Sabrosa. Looking for more beyond that, but no, that's where it'll stop. And again, just huge credit to Ant on the third peek over through A long to really turn the tide. Wanted, but he does at least connect at least some damage from the second. The problem here is Wardell is watching this cross. Opportunity for the first, but misses. Anderson just jumps across. Aljon able to scout things out. There's the knife. That's going to be able to reveal and also, of course, silence behind that. Flash up top could still be in play, and that seems to be the case. Screwface is holding on to this. There it comes. And the rest of DZ quick to follow. But Bang able to respond to the first, looking for the second. Not going to quite happen. Wardell up top. Able to turn this into a 1v1 with Anderson, who toggles onto the spike for a moment. Wardell has to check. Dashes away, but Anderson tracks him through the nebula. Finds the kill, and DarkZero will be on 10. Yeah, no problem. Definitely feels like a must-win. Seeker's going to be called in the middle of the map. That will clear out Garage and also gain some space for TSM to work through up front. Wardell, though, not going to connect the first set of nine. Anderson's still a part of this play. Tries to avoid the recon dart by getting into his own poison top. Still no kills to speak of as yet. Kohler will change that. And Manange able to find an even exchange with Sabrosa, who eventually gets traded to the pinstripe. Kill feed continues, resulting us in a TSM 2v1. It's just Leviathan left.
Yeah, no spike control, though, either in time running low. He's trying to get his way back into sight here, but, I mean, it's going to be so tough. Now, just get silenced and feet.
Null comes out, but, oh, wait a second here. The Aljon doesn't really see all that much. Leviathan able to get a couple of the Hunter Fury shots off. Does tag up maybe a little bit of damage on the Kohler there. Wardell getting pushed out. Sabrosa able to knock down Screwface, but Anderson actually gets the confirmed kill. Gravity well in play. DarkZero all over the site. Someone has to peek this eventually. I mean, these star placements are fine for now, but you have to eventually make use of it, and Bang does! Finds three, and then the up-close and personal scope from Wardell. Screwface in a 1v3, not going to find anything.
Sabrosa getting some nice control here of Garage area. Lockdown also coming in here for TSM to get really firm control of that C-side to get that spike planted. Sabrosa gets caught through the wall, and this is making things interesting. All of a sudden on this retake, Drone comes out, putting pressure on Wardell. He does avoid getting tagged by the dart.
Another flash is able to kind of keep Wardell uncomfortable on the angle. Here comes Anderson from the corner. Nobody's watching him. He finds one for free. Also denies any extra information. Leviathan and Hayes have to try to hold on at long. There's the last shock dart to go through. Hayes able to find one. Does the spike get to halfway? It may not even matter. Anderson 1v2. And good luck. It did not get to half. He's going to try to stick this. Does he have enough smoke integrity? Okay. Almost, but we'll get to work setting up camp. And for DarkZero, they actually do catch Bang on the rotation. Just a late play through, but Wardell does almost the exact same thing versus Screwface. But is that fragment going to be good enough for a kill? Almost. Sabrosa low, and Wardell, who just goes into the knives almost immediately on reaction, might now try to save the round. Sabrosa flashing forward, but no, the spike gets the halfway defused. Hayes has to try to respond to this with Leviathan, and the shock dart able to combine the final two. Seekers, Hunter's Fury, and if you don't have to use Cosmic or a lockdown. Well, you can't use a lockdown now, so
yeah, that's tough.
5v4,
not having
that's gonna be really tough.
Big kill from Wardell, at least to even it, and the Cosmic Divide still be able to block off low side and Heaven to allow them to get into the site. And have stuff left over to hold off the choke points, but we're seeing a scramble break loose on the site. But TSM are coming out on top. It's only Kohler left.
They're doing it. Kohler, like, he's not going to be able to re-enter into this. He's going to actually back away. Person is still a part of this and could still sneak through it.
This is a really good response from TSM. They absorb the pressure at middle nice, and they've found the opening at Seaside, but Anderson comes in, gets a kill, trying to linger around as best he can, but the lockdown comes into play. TSM starts finding their kills into the site, and they have to get out of here, and TSM catches them trying to run away from the lockdown. Really good job there from Hayes. He'll get the spike down in this 2-on-2, but guess what's still up for Screwface?
Yep. I mean, it just comes down to, does he even want to use it in the first place? This would be a difficult decision. Sabrosa on the flank. Oh my goodness, he nearly whiffed the shot. Screwface had a chance at it. Armin also throwing the sheriff shot in just in case. Not going to happen though. Sabrosa changes the angle, comes through the alleyway, finds the elimination. For each of our Astra players, Wardell holding the initial point of contact. Guiding Light comes out. Wardell gives up the angle, but immediately comes back to it. Misses the first shot. Aldrin also in the mix. That will start to push the defense forward. But TSM, they've been able to deny the null very quickly. Hazed over the top of the corner. Going to be trying to challenge. DZ would love to be able to get this back. Kohler's on the defuse. Oh, does he get it to halfway? Might not even matter. DZ find the next two eliminations. TSM just down to Sabrosa and Bang. Other side of the Cosmic Divide, and Anderson holding close. He gets splashed though, but it's still going to be enough. Sabrosa by himself cannot get it done. Halfway defuse. It should be enough, and it is.
Pivoting back over to A, but now he's actually pressing kind of deep, and now I'm a little bit worried that he might get caught. And indeed he does. Wardell will find the frag. He'll be able to heal himself, and now they can take an A site. Now, Ainge is nearby, but what can he do to stop this?
The answer looks like he's not going to do too much, at least not initially. He's looking to see if anyone will push him into his dark cover, and actually he will reveal his position. Screwface trying to take that as an opportunity to move on through. Flash comes out simultaneously with the knife. One player will be suppressed completely, but that's a player that has already backed away from the site. So the players that are still existing here to hold on to the spike for TSM, very much so still very fine and dandy. Ange, though, able to come around the corner, finds one, but now everything does rest on the shoulders of Ange. And a 1v3. Tries to walk forward, and as he does, Wardell finds the easy kill, and TSM.
And they had such a good read in the situation thanks to his drone timing earlier in the round. Now we just witnessed there from the knife.
Paranoia does make its way forward. Harmon only able to find one. Leviathan, good trade. Ange on the site, completely by themselves, but that'll be fine. Finds the first and the second. How about a third? Absolutely.
Tree, and they're going to start laying into A main, links to that Lear. But Kohler over the top, able to collect them before they get in. Anderson's still already on site, and two have already rotated up top.
Yeah, this is going to be a really difficult spot for TSM. Time to be a problem. 10 seconds on the clock. You have to stick for a plant. Sabrosa trying to cover. Does find a couple, and how about a third? But the spike actually does get dropped for a moment. Bang able to recover and still plant just in the nick of time. So now 2v3 situation. DarkZero need to find a way to retake, and they've snuck right past the Aldrin, at least initially. Sabrosa finds their fourth elimination, and Bang cleans up the fifth and final. Well, it's been clean so far. Early Hunter's Fury are going to be called out here. That's Leviathan, and he actually does find not just one, but gains entrance for Sabrosa to work on in. Seeker's going to be called to try to retaliate, but Sabrosa has snuck down in towards Hell. Kohler will, of course, read this, finds the kill, and that is a decent recovery, but more importantly, at least for DZ, they're able to largely hold on to the site. Bang, I was going to say, is starting to influence that the other direction. He will find one, but Kohler still holding their ground. Would have to go all five, though. This is a 1v3 that is going to be very hard priced, especially as the spike starts to rotate to B. Or your orb, which is going to dissipate here sooner rather than later.
Those snake bites completely counter the barrier going down. I mean, they just crushed this push onto the B site thanks to those snake bites. Screwface gets another there with the operator, and yeah, this round's done. Easy have handled this round perfectly.
And it goes to show, and I know it's going to feel like for most out there, all the experts that are like, yeah, I mean, this is going to be pretty stock, but I mean, just the value from Screwface, getting that opening knife to read that. There's only one player here. I mean, he sees everything at A lobby once he gets detection off of the 0-point knife, so survives through the detainment. But Ainge, Wardell over the top. Uses the wall, finds an angle. It's the first blood. Sabrosa finds a second beyond that. That puts some clearance over towards Tree. Enough to actually get the spike planted, plus also put some pressure with Leviathan's Odin over towards Heaven. Retake now for DarkZero. Not really a lot of tools to play with. I mean, you got a Hunter's Fury, but it's going to go in pretty blindly, and you have to hope that there's going to be quick follow-up. Wardell up top, misses a shot into Anderson, but there is no full punish. Now Kohler trying to make their way through, but that's going to be immediately denied as there are multiple TSM members playing Gatekeeper right here for the dark cover. Just up to Harmon, not bad for two, and is able to grab the operator and likely just survive and get away with it. This is going to have to be super clean from TSM. If Kohler can even just hold on to this front door a little bit longer with Ainge, they very well may just win this off the clock. Here comes the play forward. Spike is still not here. 16 seconds, Kohler for one. Ainge a second. How about the third? And the Spike's not going to be able to get here whatsoever. The delay is just too lengthy for TSM, and the round is going to be won by DarkZero off the game clock.
Yeah, this is just really good timing by DarkZero's utility, right? You had the Viper's Pit, which kind of guarantees through the B link into middle.
Oh, but the recon dart allows them forward. How did you let Hayes get two? A little bit of miscommunication between Anderson and Harmon of who's going to deal with the recon bolt. Screwface forced to find a kill, and he provides. Null has been earned for him. Leviathan going to toss a shot dart up top, and Wardell just watching the angle the entire time will not miss that. So now a 4v2 situation, and DarkZero, after an initial brilliant read on the play, come up a bit empty, and an opportunity for TSM to go down to 8. And it's looking good for it. Kohler up top will have to do something if they even want to go for it. And those spam shots that actually connect might just actually force him back. And they're going to have to play for a 4th round coming up next.
Yeah, that is kind of a tough pill to swallow. Because, I mean, while I'm sitting here kind of watching the round play out, I'm liking everything I'm seeing out of DarkZero there. I mean, once again, they kind of deny mid-control access.
Allow this to happen. Spam shots for Kohler. So, honestly, if you feel like you're being trapped up by the Hunter's Fury, this is a good way to kind of keep your life. And there will be recovery here. And plus the shots from Ainge, you'll find 2. And oh my, I don't know how premeditated this was to get the Nolan just to save a life, or if it was just to stop a play. But regardless, Screwface is right back in the mix, and DarkZero have a 4-on-2.
They also cleared out A main right now at the Trailblazer, so they have a pretty good idea that it's probably middle or B side. Anderson's just trying to anchor in on B-side buy time for the rotation here as Hayes and Bang trying to still make something of this round. It's the final round of the half, so they're certainly trying to make the best play that they can. Bang trying to pressure back, also clear. No one playing straight up is probably not going to lead to a victory. Has to take a risk, but it gets caught. Wow. And now that's good individual plays from Subrosa and Co., but still a pretty good half from TSM. Like, they definitely played their cards right for the vast majority of the half. And trying to fight out in the middle here, and it's just blow for blow to kick things off.
Feels almost like Haven in a way.
Oh. Plenty of time left. Wardell now has to kind of keep tabs. Has spot a player pretty early, able to fall back into sight here. That means that we'll be able to take into B. Rotation still a bit off. Smoke comes a bit late at lobby. They're able to come out of that no problem, and Wardell is getting run down. But Subrosa gets here, but he's still low on health.
Yeah, he got dinked on the way forward. Bot is able to send one in response. Shock dart actually sidestepped by Wardell, still at 77 health. Anderson and Harmon trying to still work their way in collectively. Wardell in the corner does not find the first. So now it is just down to the Leviathan. Shock dart, well placed. Anderson will fall. That is not the spike planted either. So now Harmon has to collect and consider if he wants to even go for the play. Leviathan close to a recon dart if he wants it. But instead is going to take the wide peek and finds Harmon. Subrosa has stuck around the backside of this. That's what I was about to say. There is still a lot of space here that TSM can work with. Flash will come through. Subrosa still alive. Nobody checks him to the right. But granted, Kohler Anderson able to find a couple of kills. Hayes keeps things interesting by finding one in response. And then Wardell gets to work with Bang. Oh no, it's all gone wrong for DarkZero.
Yeah, I feel like that needed to be at least a bit deeper to at least get you to the generator. But look at this, Screwface able to get the flank through heaven, gets a kill.
But Screwface didn't find 2 kills, so yeah, it is still doable for a 2v2 situation to come out, especially with an Empress for Bang. Lear also going to come through. Slow or placed right on top of both B main and over through main. Harmon in trouble. Not going to get any help here, though. Bang able to find the kill, recovers all of the health. Screwface up top. Needs to be clean here. Bang has seen him, but the frag comes on in. That's going to push them off the spike for now. Also has a flashbang to use. Tries to go over the top with it. Don't know if it fully actually connected. Finds Wardell, though, in the corner. Woo! And Screwface, the prediction! The Nano Swarm behind it also putting a little bit of a punch into the play. There is a regrowth that they needed, but how about Anderson just sneaks into market, finds 2. Snakebite will deny any rotation, plus also you do have the Hawk to come on in, and the Snakebite does confirm the kill. I don't think Leviathan ever knew it was down. And there's so many different forms of smoke there. Anderson for another, looking for the ace, not going to happen.
Oh my
Bang able to at least respond, but that'll be all he gets. And from behind, but I don't know if he saw the Snakebite down.
Yeah, me neither.
And Screwface looks around at the wrong time. This could go catastrophically wrong. The first shot for Bang is good. Wall goes up. DZ are not committing to getting onto the site. They want to try to fight through the alleyway. A dicey place to fight, and that's why Hayes finds another. Hayes not able to find anything. And TSM sneaky play through the middle. has panned out to a 5v2.
Oh my goodness.
Lockdown will free up some space. Kohler, though, still finds one elimination. He'll be able to play up top in towards heaven. Anderson low.
One enemy remaining.
Gonna try to get pushed out, and Bank's gonna find this kill, no problem. Obviously, most importantly, behind. So
Yeah.
now DarkZero in a really interesting spot. I mean, a must-win round coming out here. The Seekers will assist to take down Wardell for the first blood. The Bros' position will also be mostly compromised. Paranoid to keep his life a little while longer, but Kohler from the side finds their second, and DarkZero are onto the site.
Yeah, really good A-split pressure here from DarkZero. Really putting that pressure on Tree, catching Wardell, coming in through main, taking down Subrosa in the site. Subrosa certainly gave it a good effort, how he was using his paranoia and maneuvering around, but at the end of the day, still going to get overwhelmed by pure numbers. And
this entry to the doorway on the side, and one more star up top. And the Aldrone actually will read that, yeah, Leviathan is up here. Shock darts are going to be exchanged. Leviathan will find some information and capitalizes on it. Able to find Harmon, no problem. 4v2 situation, TSM still needing to find a way on it. But Anderson, slow start from him in the game. Could he be the hero that DarkZero is going to need? Ainge is also playing from deep inside of A main. Time is becoming a bit of a problem. Some spam shots do connect to Anderson, but stays alive through it. Finds one elimination, able to come through. Finds the second. Beyond that, is the hero play still here? Well, Hayes will find the elimination, but time is off the clock. One more gravity well will be there. Nobody can get here to defuse, and the 2v4 is going to be good for DarkZero.
oh my goodness.
When is this hit from the back from TSM going to come through? They need to make a play. The flashes are starting to come through. Here's the defensive lockdown. Time becoming a bit of an issue, though. Angel's going to hold their ground. Someone has to step forward if you're TSM. There's not a lot of time here. And as they make their move, Wardell's going to find nothing. The lockdown doesn't do anything. D5 Wardell going to reinforce like in the barrier bomb.
Yeah, oh, he placed the crack and catches Anderson.
God.
What a shot. And he finds his second as well. Wardell holding on for dear life here for TSM. Spots another through that exact same crack. No one really aware of it. And he's just not done. He's just continuing to tee off. How has this happened? Was he even aware he was going to form that crack? That's a tough one, man. What?
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I have to wonder if that's intentional. I don't think it was. I think he just looked to throw a wall down and stall, and then he's like, oh, wait a second. Check this out. But I could be wrong. Maybe that's a thing.
Ainge, nowhere to go. Oh my goodness. Leaves just Leviathan. Can you hold this for another couple of seconds? Tries to hold their life. Unwraps the present, which is the Odin, but can't get the ADS up in time. And now an opportunity for Harmon to plant, and he will do so successfully.
Oh, and Calder finds Subrosa right away, so this retake is being whittled down before it can even really begin. And there it is. DZ just doing such a great job this round of, because they got the early pick and they're able to get A lobby control so early, I mean, they have all the time in the world to stall. Players there. Kohler has to spend so much just to confirm whether they've left or not. Screwface, though, this is a good move. And he's able to get away. That's massive.
There's no chance for a trade. Everything gets boxed in over towards the main. Even the Shrouded Step for Subrosa will give you that information saying, yeah, we don't feel comfortable on this cross. But Ainge is going to be completely paranoid in the back, trying to help themselves out by getting some start placements. The Nebula does get down. But can you actually hold this position while help is still arriving? The answer, no. Bang for 3 in the round. Could just go into the Empress if they want to, which why not, you would feel. Anderson up top. There it is. The Empress shut down immediately. Anderson looking for more. Not going to find it as Wardell finds the trade. Just down to Screwface. It's going to have to be a 1v3 with the op. Make it now a 1v4 as the res is also earned. Just a bit high off the face. We'll find one. But, I mean, what do you do here? You got a wall in front of you. You got 3 TSM members on the other side. This is looking like this will be 13 for TSM. No problems. But Screwface nearly gives himself some parkour help. Not going to happen. TSM take the first in the OT. Bang not in a position to hold the same spot that you were mentioning. Wardell also affected, but is he affected? Finds 2. Subrosa more, holds down the trigger, but Anderson and Ainge able to keep things alive. Now it's just down to 1, not gonna happen. Bang finishes things off, and TSM able to level us at 1 map apiece. Bang not in a position to hold the same spot that you were mentioning. Wardell also affected, but is he affected? Finds 2. Subrosa more, holds down the trigger, but Anderson and Ainge able to keep things alive. Now it's just down to 1, not gonna happen. Bang finishes things off, and TSM revealed it'll also be challenged through your face. We thought about it, but the effect of the actual tag itself had faded, and that will be enough for him to back away as they get the plant down.
Yeah, it's kind of your classic dueling Viper walls and a barrier to get the spike down. TSM trying to start sweeping through off the back of their own Viper wall towards yellow position, but Kohler will actually hold on to it, but not for long. Shock Dart comes in for the trade, and now we're starting to see TSM really gain ground. Bang with the follow-up there, leaving Ainge all by his lonesome, but not for long. Entry from Anderson.
So now Anderson will help go to the utility forward, try to clear up a bit of space for their teammates to start making their way in. But again, that flank, like you mentioned, from TSM is coming pretty rapidly. So it's going to be down to, as this red, and yet Anderson has at least seen one. Has he also scouted out Sabrosa? Sure seems so, and well, now he'll for sure know, and Sabrosa does tally the exchange. But this is going to be a very difficult retake for TSM, working from multiple angles. They have collected the operator that was previously dropped by Wardell. And you have to feel like outside of maybe trying to find a kill with this, and going to be just a back away and save for Leviathan, even more so now that he's lost a teammate.
To use that to start clearing away into this B site, perhaps they're going to try to go for the plant. Hayes challenges and takes Kohler out. No real chance to res him either. He's being watched by Bang up top.
And also the snake bite that's a part of that. Bang just lets loose on the trigger, finishes it off. Wardell back into the mix, finds Harmon, who initially had found one trade, but that's not going to be enough. Again, another flank coming from behind. Even
spot anything ace out the Trailblazer. Now you're seeing Sabrosa having to kind of keep tabs on middle. That's going to leave Wardell a little bit solo here on site, but he's able to get his op, able to ring out, but the instant res, and then he gets caught by Screwface. What a shot.
A little bit of sleight of hand. Hey, look over here, why don't you? Now all of a sudden, you've got an opportunity to get the Viper Spit down into play. 5v4 situation starts to unfold. Spike is making its way on, but similarly so, the defense is also trying to reinforce. Sabrosa, flash up close and personal, able to find one, but immediately responded to by Ainge. Spike will be planted, just take a time. Anderson, good for a double. And it's all down to Hayes, can't go anywhere. Screwface was playing observer pretty much over the top of that entire play from start to finish before they make that play. Viper Spit also going to be spent here very quickly. This is from Hayes. Wardell up top now. How do you work your way in? Can you work your way in? I mean, these feel like plays are not even going to be spent. No, not even going to find anything at all. Leviathan good for one. Information on more, but this is one of those situations that you just kind of poke and prod, hope you find a couple of kills, then try to back away, but you will not be allowed to do that. So Wardell from the low ground this time. Aldrone Screwface to get up and over, but saw Wardell, was not interested in the battle, but decides to go to it anyways. I don't know if the knives are pulled for that or not. I have to imagine they probably were. Screwface will be brought back to life. Hunter's Fury, though, coming through. Being able to find one, meanwhile, just kind of keeping the middle of the map honest and safe, but it's not going to stop Kohler from planting. Wardell looking for an exit. Will be slowed up. Sabrosa working with some high ground, able to find one. Kohler's been taken down with a nullify. Ainge still holding on, just in the middle of the slow orb, finds at least one response, but is not going to be able to get away. So numbers still good here for TSM. They just have to deal with Screwface as Kohler is still just inactive and fading fast. And eventually does get deleted. Screwface trying to save.
I mean, it's going to be tough. They're just getting a run down here, trying to get back towards his spawn. Sabrosa first to go out there. Shot missed, and they will collect Screwface. No op save.
Use the Seekers, you feel like, and will. It's going to be required just to find some information. And Sabrosa actually tries to use that to peek, but Kohler shuts things down. Now 5v4. A couple of members have been tagged up, but again, you just have to clear so much space here for TSM. Screwface misses the reversed opening shot. Wardell responds with one of his own. Ainge trying to get around the back, but denied. Now all of a sudden you got the resurrection coming into play. TSM's back to full numbers. There is not a single kill to speak of for DarkZero. It all rests on the shoulder of Harmon. The shock darts connect, but not for enough damage, and Wardell puts it to bed. Walls will go up. Recon darts will come out. Staying up top. Will be silent. That'll be it, though. First shot. Not going to fully connect for Screwface. Bang stays alive. I think for him, he probably saw his light flash before his eyes. Now the actual exchange for the site itself. Spike has not made its way to actually get planted as of yet for Ainge. This wall's blocking them at the moment. And Leviathan is in a position where he could just spam through this because there's a gap in the wall here. He's in a really safe spot. He could just clutch this up from this position specifically, and not even to mention Wardell's already guarding the flank from the rotation.
No, you're absolutely right. I mean, they're in such a tough spot right now. Leviathan, though, able to get his wall spam thanks to that recon bolt, so he gets his team at least into a 2-on-3, at least a bit of a chance. Armin quick to respond, so now 2-on-2. Spike still has yet to be planted, and Wardell's now setting this flank in.
30 seconds
He has
left.
not been detected whatsoever. They have no
He could stay cute with this for as long as he wants. The question is, does he check left? I sees the barrel now. No problem. Now dashes through, sees the information on the last. Quick to follow up is going to be Sabrosa. Wardell just throwing shoulders. Here comes Sabrosa from the opposite angle, and that will be good enough. Opportunity here to 4v4. Still work not just with numbers, but also beyond that ultimate. I was about to say the resurrection still could come through. Bang going to spam exactly where Ramson had previously fell, and he will die again, but that could potentially just be time off the clock. Recon Dirk going to find a bit of information as well here as TSM start to make their approach forward. Frag comes out, but Wardell punishes. It's not going to really result in too much of anything. Wardell going to see more information beyond this. Screwface up top with the knives. Not going to find anything. Now spamming through the cloud burst. Able to find one in trade. 2v3 situation favoring TSM, who are trying to stick, but it's going to be the Hunter's Fury coming through. Screwface able to find one more. Harmon, can you find anything beyond this? Not going to make a difference. Wardell with the knife. Is there time? Not going to matter. Harmon able to stay around the site for long enough. Well,
I don't want to.
Right?
Forget it. No, it doesn't matter.
Not doing that. DarkZero able to at least respond with one in kind, but the aggression from TSM as they decided which spike site to go to does allow them a 4v3 as they get over towards the B site. Still have the toxic screen to use if they want. Screwface hoping for some spam shots, long range, not quite. Has the tailwind away, but Kohler is here to try to assist through mid-map, and how about it? They've actually forced TSM back, but have they forced TSM back, or is TSM happy to rotate back? That just has to be determined.
Here we go. Well, they are able to cross back with the spike. Look at the deep positioning that Leviathan has as well. I mean, this is donezo.
Yeah. I mean, DZ are going to have absolutely no idea. And I think actually Leviathan did just see the barrel in TSM.
30 seconds left.
I mean, merry-go-round up around here. Needed to go through, but just picking away as Leviathan doesn't miss a shot. Defending it. That's
yeah, and it's not really. They're like fighting a war from a couple of hundred years ago. But these, okay, well, you just put it in their face and it works still. The technology will still allow you to get headshots.
And then the flash beyond that, nearly an opportunity, but Bang and Hayes will collect the site. So a decent opening, a little bit of damage to be shared, but TSM, they get what they came for. And now for DarkZero, the retake, I mean, required at this point. You have to give this some sort of a go, you feel like, but TSM have already backed away. They've already put up their post plant at a safe location where Wardell can just watch over the top of the spike.
And Hayes still has 2 snake bites left, so I mean.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Never mind, that's gone. One off. Oh my goodness, what's happened here?
Anderson for 3. Slow orb comes down. Marshals are still in play. Oh, the foot tag comes through, but Angel's just going to hold this. Tries to deny it, sees it, stops the diffuser coming through. Anderson will not be denied, though. And, oof, this is a really tough spot to try to fight up against. It's a lot of bunkering, but Ainge may have just slipped around the back, finds the kill. Full barrier orb can come through, can try to stick this. Sabrosa will shrug them off, and finds the 3rd and 4th elimination. Bang finds the final 5th, and TSM recover.
Been crazier now. Now, he needs to be careful not to hang around for too long, but yeah, that's the problem. Screwface will sweep in behind there, grab the kill. Now all of a sudden, Sabrosa's positioning has been exposed, and now it gets, you know, a little bit of a lifeline here for DZ.
You still have to retake with far inferior weaponry. Bang playing up front. Knives coming through. Screwface able to get the reset. Harmon finds one more beyond this. Hunter Fury is going to come out. They got to find Leviathan. He's all the way in the back. He's going to be forced to put this away. Wardell, though, for 2. Now it's just down to Leviathan. Ainge trying to stick in. Yes, we'll be able to. Thrifty confirmed on the cards. Staple of how TSM's year has gone so far.
Yeah. If the nuts were candies and nuts, we'd all have a very, very good heard that one?
I have heard that. That's a good one.
I'm a boomer, I know.
That's vintage right there is what that is.
Absolutely.
Anderson through the poison cloud. Wants to hold this, but denied. Ain't able to help out. There is at least initial trade, but still numbers prevailing for TSM, at least for now. Hunter's Fury coming up defensively from Harmon. Wardell taking over some space, but actually the Hunter's Fury effect may have just blinded him a little bit. Couldn't quite lock down the final shot. The resurrection comes through, though, and TSM now in a 5v3. They're finally able to get the spike planted. But Harmon up top has snuck around the back, and maybe there's a chance for him to sneak into this Viper step beyond that and actually deter his TSM post plant. It's just so difficult to figure he will in a 3v5.
Yeah, it's not looking good. And that certainly helps for TSM. It's a free kill there for Wardell, thanks to Ainge being tagged by the recon. Harmon teeing up a little bit for a couple of kills, but taking a lot of damage along the way, and didn't really get any progress onto site from those frags, and has to back off as, of course, the Viper Spit is still fully going.
Hayes wants
Hayes
this
not looking
challenge.
for exits. Yeah, he doesn't want to allow this to hit these weapons. Big kill there on the Harmon. And so the back and forth affair continues. But if this were to stay the trend, TSM would eventually win as well to start pressing the issue over towards the site containers. Bang looking to put the barrier down here at some point, you'd imagine. Hayes finds a perfect timing at middle to add things. And Hayes with a flick onto Screwface.
One enemy remaining.
Leviathan tallies down Anderson, who was the only one responsible for a trade.
Quite a earlier disturbance than anticipated.
And Harmon's about to completely overwhelmed.
This man.
I mean,
if they do look at it. Hayes gets the kill though. That's a huge frag to get, and he knows that there's probably more, and so he's waiting for that. Spots both of them, does get taken down, but at least can relay the information as the spike goes down on the site.
But the resurrection's also in play here. So, all of a sudden, DZ 5v3. The spike does get planted. Yes, the slow orbs will deny, sure. But how do you hold in this 5v3 with so much utility still to spend here for DarkZero? Aldrone largely denied. Here comes the knife on out. Leviathan's still able to get a little bit of utility off before it comes through. They do get the recon bolt to find some information. Wardell's watching over the top of all of this. Bang going to be the first point of contact. Leviathan quick to follow up if required. Finds the first. Gonna get the second and the third! Oh my! One more up top! Kohler keeps things interesting. 2v1 situation. Wardell at range. This is the second shot. Has to reset. Screwface going for the defusal. Halfway done, and Kohler saves the day for DarkZero, or does he?
No, he doesn't.
Get there in time. It's gonna be close. No! TSM hit 13. They kill off enough time and eliminate DarkZero